Hello, welcome back to the stream. Back with some more Farming Sim 25, and we've made some really good progress. We have a crap ton of money at the moment, but we finished processing all of our trees here. And so far, what we've got is all of our logs piled up here for us to actually send in at some point so that we can make some more money. And that's like an easy, probably 100,000 worth of logs again, just going off of how much I've made so far. So honestly, we have a constant feed all winter for that little setup there, so we're good. I removed our sunflower seed farm because this is going to all get cultivated out of here, and we're going to replace all of this with trees except our little cabin, so that it can start growing again. So yeah, that is where we're at the moment. I have quite a few things to sell, so we need to get rid of these logs. And then honestly, at this point, we're just kind of waiting for this thing to work. Um, and it's a super slow go. So, I think there's another mod out there. We're gonna go check that one together because this is just how my brain works. But there's another sawmill out there that we might start using instead. Let's take a look together on the mod hub. While we're here, maybe. There goes. Think. Yeah. I've seen this one out there that is the industrial sawmill. Um, I'm gonna take this one. I have a feeling it's going to be significantly faster than what we're doing, and it works like a full-size sawmill. Um, so we're going to add that one in because the main problem we have right now is time. And let's be real, like, it doesn't take that long to cut some wood. So I don't know why, but it takes us like several months to get through one pallet of each type with that sawmill. But then the larger sawmill just doesn't really fit in our area. So I would like to, we're just going to put the smaller one in for now. The only downside is, I don't think we can get our lumber back, but we can take a look. That lag right there, or that frame rate dip, is just due to the amount of wood I have right there too, so if we could clean that up, that would be awesome. So yeah, I don't think, yeah, 14,000 liters in there, and I don't think we can get any of that back, so let's see. Hitting the wrong button. Oh, cool. There's like a carpentry place too. That's pretty cool. Looks like that actually does similar stuff. Um, yeah, so we have this one, which honestly does a lot of good for us because it also puts the palette, like the output, in a much more like comfortable position. Well, yeah. So we could put it maybe like this instead. Pallets come out on the right, drop off wood on the left. So yeah, I think we're gonna go with this one. I may actually move it too. Leave that area more clear. So maybe we could put it up here. Yeah, I kind of like the idea of it being right here, like just on this little pad that we've got. Gravel. And not exactly sure. I'm not the best with the different signs and what they mean. I like that. We're gonna put it like here. It might be difficult to unload depending on where we put our trees in, but it does let us clean up this little intake area. And so we have to just move pallets from here to our little storage. And then we can drop off our trees from over there right here. And then it's like right by the house, so it's like, oh, this is where you live and work and all that stuff. So let's take a look at this and see. Because I think, yeah, this holds a lot more wood is the big thing. Let's see. We can produce normal stuff here. So let's go ahead and activate these three. That's what we want. Yeah. So this produces 240 cycles per month. Let's see what this one was. Same. $24 for comparison there. Okay, so I'm gonna let this one keep going just so we don't waste our wood by getting rid of it. And instead of taking these to sell, because I have $92,000, I don't really need to sell anything. We're gonna just back this right up in there if we can. This trailer's not that easy to back up. We can probably just pull it through actually. Just come up here. Will that just go away? Oh no. I don't really feel like taking them off of the trailer. Does it have to be off the trailer? Or just like... Is this not the right place to put it? Is it going to go on this side? What's this? Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's the right place for it. Why doesn't it want to take it? Did I do something wrong? Takes in. Do I have to activate that too? I'm gonna store it. Materials. I'm kind of confused here. Let's then strap that wood down. Does it only want like non-clean trees? I don't think that's the case. Wood is wood, yo. Let's take the stick and test it with that one. Do I have to clear it? So, okay, I have to Oh, there's a couple options, I think. There was also one that was called auto. Let's take a look at that. I think that's the difference here. I've got the money. So let's sell that one. And then there's this other one here that's called auto. I bet this is what I want. And this should take it. Yeah, because I'm not seeing that other point there. So this should just automatically adjust it. There we go. That's what I wanted. Cool. So now, if we take a look at this, let's go and activate these. That should start working. We have 11,000 liters in there. So we have almost as much in here right now as we had in the other one, and it's only 4%. So we can load up all of our stuff now, I'm pretty sure. So we could clear that out over there whenever we're ready. Okay. So let's take a look then. At doing that, so that's running. Okay. What we need to do first, though, is I do need a mulcher so we can clean up all this. So let's take a look at the store, see if there's any mulchers out there. There's a mower. That's a pretty affordable price. Okay. That one's really expensive. There's this much cheaper one. You know, we could just rent it, because this one, while it's expensive and a lot heavier, it's also a decent amount wider. How much is it to lease that one? 483. Yeah, let's lease this larger one. I don't know if my tractor can run it, actually. This right here is the tractor that we've got. Yeah, it's only 65 horsepower. We could, for like 3 grand, we can give it a boost to 200 horsepower, but I don't really want to do that. I kind of want to just hope to find a good tractor on sale. So I think let's try the small one, maybe. See if we can run it. Where'd it go? We're going for that one just because I can afford that one. Now we need to go pick it up. And I think. Yeah, let's pick it up in this truck. If we don't have one, I'm going to pick up a little attachable flatbed so that we can bring it back with that if it doesn't fit in our bed. Dogs are going bonkers in here. Gotta up our speed again. We had it turned way down there for a second, but just to make it a little easier on us, clearing out all that forestry stuff. But after buying that mulcher, we're down to 64,000, so we have good money, and we have our productions up, which are going to keep making money, but I want to save a little bit, because we're going to buy a little bit of land, hopefully, this episode, so that we can start harvesting some alfalfa. Maybe get some hay, like in a small barn. There's a field up here that I think it was part of this bigger farm, but it seems like maybe they're selling it, so it's a pretty small field, but we could take care of it for them. Give us a little bit more experience in this town. Not sure if we're going to stick around that long, though. We might end up processing our wood and like replanting and just selling off what we've got. Maybe we might move after that. We're not sure. But across that area. Will that fit in the bed of my truck? Oh, yeah, it will. That'll fit. Alrighty. Well, that's a good forklift you got there. It's a little on the heavy side, but hey, if you don't have a flatbed, then that works, right? Only using that super strength for little moves like that, like we could assume that they had like a forklift or something to put that in my truck. I did the same thing when we were cutting trees earlier. I started using super strength just to kind of organize them into neater piles to make it a lot easier to carry with my tractor. So, ooh, took that a little sharp. And like with the trees, let's be real, like in real life you've got those what are they? Those like giant claws that you can use that gives you leverage over the log. So you can roll it around and shift it. So you might not like be dragging them or anything, but you can kind of position them a little bit. You can walk them where you need to be. So that's our role play aspect of it. There's also a tiny little plot right here. I don't know if there's anything in that. It might be worth looking at as well. Nice little empty plot of land there that we can maybe plant on coming up into the planting season. Right, be right there. And is this the connection side? I honestly have no idea how it connects, so one way to figure it out. Let's put down our stuff here. So I'm gonna put our Let's also put down my weight. If it can, I think it'd be best to put it on the front. Does that attach? Nope. I also don't have a front attacher, so that's why it doesn't attach there. We could use a wash looking at this tractor. So maybe it's the other side? Let's try this. I'm just gonna flip it around here. Probably should have paid attention to how this thing connects. Not exactly sure. Let's take a peek at this. That might be why that was the cheaper one. See, this one definitely has the connection piece that we need. But this one is not. Ah, think, yep. Okay, my bad. That one is cheaper because it's an excavator tool. Okay, so let's sell that one. And we'll rent the more expensive one. Hopefully we can drive it. Let's see. Right here. We don't have an excavator, so it's not worth having that one. It's basically brand name, but yeah, out some cash because of it. Okay, so instead, let's take a look at this one, and I'm gonna actually just lease it because we don't need it that long. But it does require a decent amount of horsepower, so I'm gonna take my tractor over there now. Not sure. I don't really want to upgrade this tractor because I'd like to just get a new tractor eventually. But this one's only 65 horsepower, so I don't think we're going to be running that comfortably at all. Maybe let's just lease a tractor? Let's do that. We've got the cash to do it, so we'll lease a bigger tractor for this job. Just because we just need to do it long enough to get that over with, I think. And I doubt we're going to be able to run that thing. How much did it need? So maybe a medium? These are kind of insane. Maybe something like this one? I think this one would probably be our cheapest one to lease. Ooh, that thing's pretty. We lose that. Yeah, we're gonna do it. I don't really know enough about it to know if it's a good idea to do that, but we're just gonna take a cab over here. Just because we need to get this over with. And yeah, looking at this thing, there's no way we would have been able to run that off the bars. Oh yeah. The way that shifted this tractor, there's no way we would have been able to do that with our tractor. So this is a good idea. And hopefully by the next time, if we run forestry again anyway on our little plot here, hopefully we can use a better, or have a better tractor by then, one of these larger ones. Nice to drive one of these guys though, see what it's like when we upgrade and have like a real tractor with some good power behind it. Alrighty. Let's see what kind of damage this thing can do to our area. Yeah, coming like right here. We'll fix up anything that we destroy. So let's turn on the mulcher. And we lower it down. Is that it? So then we just start mulching? Let's see. There's a stump right here, I think. Oh yeah. Oh, that's nice. Let's go around our little gravel area. We can fix the ground if we, on anything we destroy too much. This is going to take a little bit though, it looks like. I want to do this to the whole ground because I want it to all kind of be that like same style, just dirt under the trees and stuff when we get done, so. This thing eats the stump though, like none other. So let's lift that sucker. And also kind of clear up this. Whoops. Don't want to take out the tree. Oh, cool. So if you run it up, it doesn't mess with the ground, but still takes out stumps, it looks like. I'm going to circle around this tree. Well, seems like we might be here for a little bit. Kind of finish up this little corner so I can square it off better. Drifted a little bit too much out there. Keep doing that. Biggest thing is making sure I get all the stumps out so that we can comfortably replant, but I would also like for it to be mostly uniform. I'm kind of wanting to turn this into like a mud pit, almost. I don't know why, but it's just every lumber mill I've seen look like that, so I feel like it's kind of fun. I think this one's a little tall, so we might have to, we probably have to back into it, into this. There we go. Looks like there's one here that we missed as well. There's a bunch of deer just in the middle of my field while I'm working here. There's a pretty stubborn stump there. Who's this one? I don't know why those are taking so long to die. Excuse me, dear. This one's stubborn too. Doesn't want to... There we go. I'm going to take care of this spot up here just because it's bothering me. We're going to finish up this little circle, or this little triangle piece, and then we'll keep up with our circle. Some of these stumps are really stubborn. So we gotta work on taking those out. We're almost there. And then we can maybe look at doing our planting today. I'd like to get that done. And once the planting is done, we're pretty much done with this area for a while. Other than just watching the sawmill work and maybe loading up some logs here and there. Thinking this thing is meant to be on the front because it definitely drives forward slower than it drives backwards. So there's that. But oh well. We'll worry about that the next time. And hopefully by the next time we have our own Big Daddy tractor like this. Alrighty, I think we got that done. Let's take a quick gander around this area here. I'm gonna try and do like this too, just to kind of clean up the edge a little bit. Yeah, I like that. Okay. Not seeing any stumps left over. Cool. I think we're good. I do want to take a look at let's see here. Okay, this thing is the tree planter. I think we can handle that with our current tractor. So we're going to just return this one so that we don't accidentally get charged extra. We're going to return the mulcher as well. Here we go. So we're all cultivated up here, which is nice. Let's go ahead and take a look at our production over here. See how we're doing now. Oh, yeah. That's processing nicely compared to the other, so let's take a few trips just to get some of this wood off of our lot. They help us out. And we need to make a little bit of space so our tractor can get out of the elements, because look at this thing. I think I attached to a little bit too much there. No. This time I got a little bit too little, but it's okay. We need a grappler would be easier at this level. Can I? There's no way. We need to kind of separate out the stack a little bit. That's more doable. The tractor doesn't like it. No. I wonder if maybe I can like scoop it. The frame rate is kind of killer over here. I normally am getting like 120 FPS, and right now I'm barely getting 60 if I'm lucky. Oop, hit that a little close. We've got it 10% full, so I don't think it's going to be able to take all of our logs, which is awesome, because that holds a lot. So... Oops. A little front heavy on this one. %. Looks like we're not too far off from being able to produce a pallet as well. Looks like that one might produce almost like a pallet a day for us, each type. We'll have to see how that actually lines up, but that's where our money's going to be at for a little while, is tied up in all these logs here. But this should produce a good amount of money for us. Oh no! There we go. These are just balanced on there. They don't lock in if you put them on top like that. No, I'm about to lose one. Come on, 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 come on. Made it! Yay! Yep. This is only a little sketchy. I'm losing those that I was pushing there. Let's grab these. Alright, I think we're gonna call it there as far as the logs go for now. I think we've got more than enough for that to do its thing. So let's park up here under the shelter. And let's go double check where we're at on that. Well, that turned that into a field. That's cool. We have 50,000 liters, so about 20%. 250,000 liters. Cool. Let's see here. Yeah, we've got some pallets in here too that we can maybe sell. Unfortunately, we can't go inside and look, but so we might offload those in a little bit. What's this side? So this side is at 97%. See how slow that is? Barely moved the ball. Let's take a look real quick at land. Because it's getting to be where we have got to get, if we want to harvest some alfalfa, we have to get it done. Because you can see here, like all these are closing up for the winter. I'm leaning towards getting this plot of land. Just because it's already got some alfalfa on it. So we are kind of in a prime time where we could bale all that up and store it and sell it off when the price gets high. And that gives us an area that we can just keep mowed like that. And it's small enough where we could easily mow it with our current tractor. We just have to pick up a mower. It might be that. Just tailgate up. We'll see on that one. I'm gonna move our forks over here just to get them out or in the shelter as well. Now, and I want to get rid of this piece of wood. These little stumps like this just kind of float around forever. They're annoying. So let's drop that off over here. There we go. Having all this muddy stuff did exactly what I was hoping it would do. I wanted all this texture because I really like the look of this. I don't know why, but for like for a logging camp, it kind of makes sense to be all muddy like this because you don't want weeds and stuff around the trees. I don't think you want to be able to see what you're doing a little bit better. I'm not sure the logic on that. Anywho, let's see. The wood chips are filling up nicely too. Okay, so there's a lot of space for wood chips. Okay. Oh, well, I think we're gonna call it here today. We got this we got this field all cut down. Next time we're gonna plant our trees here, hopefully, and then I think we're gonna look at buying that little plot of land to grow some seed on, or to grow some alfalfa on, so we can get some hay going. So yeah, I think we're gonna call it here.